The worse the economy gets, the more economists seem to be in demand. They're populating the cable news shows, being quoted in the business pages, and even publishing more scholarly articles in important journals. The best part is it's all creating jobs and opportunity right here in our region, where the American Economics Association is publishing not one, but 4 new journals of economics. Jane Voros is managing editor of the American Economic Review, and Michelle DeBlasi is managing editor of American Economic Journals. And welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you've got to be one of the most unknown publishing operations in southwestern Pennsylvania. How did the American Economics Association come to locate this part of its operation here?
Well, the association is headquartered in Nashville, but they had 3 journals at that time, and they were around the country, one at Stanford, one at Princeton, and one at McAllister. And they decided that it would make more sense to move them all to a central location. There was an office here already producing an economics database, and so they decided when Ben Bernanke, who was the editor of the American Economic Review, got a job in Washington, that they would move the journals to Pittsburgh. Oh,
no kidding. So the guy now running the actually created his career path actually created an opportunity
for Pittsburgh. That's right.
That's amazing. So now tell me a little bit about the journals each of you work on.
I am the managing editor of the American Economic Review, which is arguably the world's premier economics journal. We get 1,300 submissions a year from academics and other economists around the world. We publish about 8 to 9% of those, and it's a kind of a career-enhancing move to be published in the American Economic Review.
Okay,
it's very prestigious.
A big deal to get into that. And how about yours?
The American Economic Journals were launched in 2007. We opened our doors, so to speak, for a call for papers, and officially published our first issues in January and February of this year.
And what goes in that journal? How do these journals differ?
These are field journals, so they're topical. There's applied economics, macroeconomics, microeconomics, and economic policy, whereas the American Economic Review is a general interest journal.
Okay. And now why separate publications? This is brand new.
Well, there was a need for it because we were getting so many submissions, and they felt there was a lot of good scholarship that wasn't getting published. And so as an association, we wanted to promote the scholarship, and so we felt that we had an audience and we had the need for it, and we're finding that a lot of people are picking up the subscriptions, and we think they're going to take off.
And then what, if somebody is a member of the American Economics Association, they actually get this as part of the
It's part of the package. And most of the people who read these are members, so either academics, professors, or members of the Fed or the Treasury Department, IMF, World Bank. These are really our audience.
Okay, by and large, not the average person's not going to run down to the newsstand to pick up one of these to try to figure out what's going on.
That's right. That's right.
Tell me a little about how the process works. You don't have like hundreds of economists packed into some building on the south side, right?
No.
How do you wind up, getting these reviewed and publishing a journal like this?
Well, there's an editor and a co-editor for each journal, and authors submit their papers to the journal. The editor reviews the paper to see if it's appropriate for the journal. If so, it's passed on to a co-editor who then assigns it to referees. The referees review, provide advice, feedback about the paper, make a recommendation, and then the editor reviews the recommendation and decides for or against publication.
And the interesting thing is that although we're located on the south side of Pittsburgh, we are, via the internet, dealing with our editors, co-editors, authors, and referees around the world. So these are thousands of people who we are dealing with on our computer in Pittsburgh.
Unbelievable. Yeah, how in the world would you have gotten something like this done before the internet?
Yeah, it's a lot easier. It certainly is. But it really is a lot of tracking on the internet, and so we have people who just take the manuscripts in and then send them out to the referees. So it's a lot of juggling.
Sure.
Everything from submission to decision is done via the internet.
It's all electronic now. So
no more
you don't
paper.
have to have face-to-face meetings, conference calls, or anything like that. It's all done there.
But what we are doing in Pittsburgh, we have taken the typesetting of the journals in-house. We used to send them to a firm in eastern Pennsylvania, and then we thought, well, we have talent here. So we're doing the typesetting in-house, which has been very helpful for us. We have a great group of people working with us. And so that's another plus for Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that in light of the the expanded publishing and then sort of the concentration of this work that's happened here. What's it done to your presence here in Pittsburgh?
Well, I think we've increased staff about almost 60%.
Almost 60%.
And we've been very lucky. There's a lot of talent in Pittsburgh. We've hired all people locally. Michelle and I came to the journals from out of town, but everyone we've hired since has been from Pittsburgh. Is a wonderful talent pool. It's been great.
That's really exciting. Well, it's great to see. I mean, I guess in a way, economists are in demand right now because things are so awful everywhere. But it's nice to know that our region is benefiting at least
That's
a little bit.
That's right. We're doing our part.
Yeah. Well, congratulations and good luck with the new publication.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Yeah. And we'll be back with more of our region's business in just a moment. Stay with us.